From literal fistfights to paternity-related arguments, Chrisean Rock and Blueface's relationship might just be one of the bumpiest I've encountered. Although rumors affirming their split have circulated time and time again, factual evidence stemming from a video shoot earlier this year when both of them got married points towards the fact that they're still together. And while I can't give a definitive status of their tumultuous relationship, here's how Blueface's life, and by extension his career, has taken a nosedive due to his romantic connections with Chrisean Rock. Hip-hop's most toxic relationship. Celebrity relationships and toxicity have become synonymous. Over the years, hip-hop fans have looked on in dismay at Kanye West and Amber Rose's messy breakup, watched Chris Brown and Rihanna's close-knit relationship end over assault allegations, and stayed glued to their seats after reports that Nas and Kellis's marriage had been dissolved hit TV screens. The list goes on, but there's one couple headed towards a similar trajectory with all the toxicity oozing from both sides, Chrisean Rock and Blueface. And guess what? They've washed their dirty linens privately and under the glare of the public. Without further ado, let me run you through this couple's drama in detail. On February 14, 2023, Chrisean Rock was allegedly arrested in Oklahoma for stealing Blueface's vehicle. WAC 100, Blueface's manager, didn't hesitate to open up the lid on what had transpired, stating that Chrisean broke into Blueface's home and made away with some money and his G-Wagon. Before they realized what had happened, she was already 1,700 miles away in Oklahoma, where she was subsequently arrested for driving a stolen vehicle and the distribution of controlled substances with an intent to distribute. Upon her arrest, WAC 100 posted Chrisean's mugshot alongside this caption on his official Instagram page. This bozo deserves all that she has coming to her. Broke in the house again, stole thousands, stole the G-Wagon as we found out not knowing it was her 1,700 miles away, got caught. I have no remorse for this bozo. Now I gotta go get the car out the impound and pay another $5,000 for a transport service to bring it back. If it was you, how would you see it? And it looks like she was moving work from the charges, May. After the incident, Blueface made a post on Instagram stating that Chrisean had penned these words with her blood. I heart Blue Rock. He also gave insight into the texts they'd exchanged, where he told her that the police had swabbed her DNA and she claimed that she'd taken his vehicle without approval to help her mom. However, this assertion was weird, as Chrisean hails from Baltimore and was caught in faraway Oklahoma. That said, this wasn't the first time that Chrisean Rock had forcefully made her way into Blueface's house. Just a month before her arrest, she'd done the same thing when the rapper was away. When asked about the motive behind her actions, she explained that she was highly intoxicated. Chrisean further confirmed that her actions stemmed from her love for the rapper, as he'd taken her out of the hood. Girls hitting their boyfriends' immediate family members isn't a common sight. However, Chrisean Rock brought this rarity to life in May 2022. According to a video that made rounds on social media, Chrisean is seen hitting Blueface's mother, Carissa Saffold, time and time again in a messy fight. But here's where things get interesting. Despite being present at the scene, Blueface doesn't make an attempt to intervene but watches on. Carissa later took to Instagram and posted a clip where her face appeared to be swollen. In a subsequent post, she penned these lines: "All I know is my son will never bring that person around my family ever again in life, and that's all that matters. Carry on." To conclude her point, she added, "And neither will the police or the judge. The end." Carissa also made another post stating that she'd forgiven him for what he'd done to her alongside his sister and her husband. However, Blueface's sister, Calloway, gave a different viewpoint of what had transpired. In a video, she uttered these words: "Blueface is a lame. He punched me and my mother in the face." Afterwards, she made an Instagram post along these lines, but with conflicting reports emanating from Carissa and Calloway, narrowing down the actual culprit was seemingly impossible. However, Blueface cleared the air by uploading a video where he asked Chrisean Rock why she beat his mother and sister. She immediately chimed in, saying that they gave her no option. In the same video, Blueface claims that he didn't fight his family, stating, "They fought a female, and they say they fought me. I'm a whole boxer out here." But the drama doesn't end here. On August 2nd, 2022, a video of Blueface getting into an altercation with Chrisean Rock surfaced online. The footage starts with Blueface breaking free and walking away from Chrisean after she tries to hit him. However, she follows him down the road, confronts him, and punches him in the face. Blueface retaliates, and both individuals fall to the ground. The rapper straddles Chrisean Rock, demands that she calm down, and attempts to walk away again. However, Chrisean gets back on her feet and follows him, taunting him in the process. Shortly after, another fist fight begins before a security guard steps in and separates separates them. Blueface later posted a video where he's seen with a bruised eye, detailing the reason behind the ugly incident. But surprisingly, Chrisean Rock is featured lying down on the bed, covering herself with a duvet. According to the rapper, he went through Chrisean's phone and discovered she'd had sexual relations with a correctional officer in New Orleans. However, Chrisean blatantly denies this allegation. Blueface further asserts that he found explicit images and messages on her smartphone. The Thodiana rapper also says,
"I'm only airing her out because y'all think she a solid She ain't.
Although you might think that this incident made the pair reassess their relationship, something similar happens 20 days after the initial fistfight. In the early hours of August 22nd, a video surfaced of Blueface and Chrisean Rock fighting at a restaurant based in Phoenix, Arizona. The footage shows Blueface grabbing Chrisean and her spinning to punch him. A follow-up clip shows Chrisean being pinned to the ground and handcuffed by police officers. Thereafter, she was taken into custody. Blueface released a video shortly after the melee, stating that Chrisean was arrested and detained for trespassing and not for hitting him.
She's in jail for trespassing. She's not in jail for hitting me, touching me, anything that got to do with me.
At this point, Blueface was at the receiving end of most of the punches, but it'll soon be time for him to dole out punches. In other words, the battle line had been drawn. Do you believe in karma? Well, I'm an ardent believer, and the incident I'm about to shed light on strengthens my belief. On September 17th, 2022, TMZ released footage of Blueface's fight with Chrisean's father. The clip showcases the couple in a tense conversation with a group. Eventually, a man draped in black clothing confronts Blueface and delivers a textbook sucker punch. The rapper stumbles back, collects himself in a jiffy, and tries to let out a clean-cut swing in retaliation. At first, he misses, but never say never, folks. In the second part of the video, Blueface charges toward the individual and delivers a punch that topples him to the floor. After the incident, Chrisean Rock affirms that the person Blueface punched was her father. However, she sided with her boyfriend and said the following: "The same dad that got knocked out was the same guy that tied my mama up in the woods just to beat her because she screamed so loud in the house when he beated her in front of us," she wrote in a since-deleted tweet. "So he went out his way to damage my whole family. That same dad I met when I was 7. Somebody was been supposed to knock out a long time ago." Abusive relationships have one thing in common: unbridled abuse by one or both sides. In all of Chrisean and Blueface's altercations, it's pertinent to note that the female rapper was the individual that kickstarted them all. Therefore, it was no surprise when she came out on an IG live session in October 2022, suggesting that she'd been assaulted by Blueface. In the video, she looks shaken and has visible bruises on her nose and lips. However, she made a U-turn on this claim a day later, attributing her facial lacerations to a somewhat unbelievable story.
Trying to get the up out the car. He's trying to save me, and I'm just like, I just blacked out.
On November 15th, 2022, Blueface would have his own run-in with the authorities and be arrested in connection with a Las Vegas shooting that occurred on October 8th of the same year. Upon arrest, the rapper was imprisoned at the Clark County Detention Center. Although he was released on bail some days later, he was later rearrested in June 2023. In July, the rapper accepted and pleaded guilty to the attempted murder charge. But since he took a plea deal, he'll only serve the probation sentence bound to be issued by October 2nd. In January 2023, Chrisean Rock announced that she was carrying Blueface's child. After sharing the exciting news, her Crip-affiliated boyfriend denied being the father. Shortly after Chrisean's made her announcement, Blueface tweeted, "To answer y'all questions, yes, me and Rock are officially done. It's strictly business. I tried it, and clearly it wasn't given before she announced. She's pregnant with somebody else's child, not mine." The rapper also made subsequent tweets, saying that Chrisean had sexual relations with over 10 different men within the past year, and only a DNA test confirming that he was indeed the father would see him assume responsibility for the child. However, Chrisean Rock didn't cave in, but doubled down with this reply tweet. "So what happens when you eat all your evil words? I haven't sexually been active with no one but you, and plus, there's can a DNA test. And Ion need your money. I got my own. I don't need a baby daddy. I'm just having this child because I don't want to keep aborting." But the twist in Chrisean and Blueface's situationship keeps spinning round and round. In the same month as Chrisean's pregnancy announcement and Blueface's denial pending a DNA test, the couple married in a video shoot for the song called Dear Rock. In the video, Chrisean Rock looks paying in a white-laced wedding gown. She and Blueface are seen holding hands, kissing, and taking nuptial vows at the altar. The clip looks all shades of charming, no doubt. However, based on their real-world and social media activities, the husband and wife tag might not be theirs to own. But with their weirdness, who knows what trajectory the couple will take next. Before Chrisean Rock. Jonathan Jamal Porter, professionally known as Blueface, was born in Los Angeles on January 20th, 1997. Growing up in the mid-city area of Los Angeles, Blueface attended numerous elementary schools before settling with his mother at Santa Clarita Valley. He'd later go on to Oakland to live with his father. At a young age, Blueface took an interest in rap-related music, listening primarily to rappers like The Game, 50 Cent, and Snoop Dogg. After moving to San Fernando Valley, California, he enrolled in Arleta High School, where he joined the football team and grew through the ranks to become a starting quarterback. In this position, he led his team to East Valley League Championship glory in 2014. The next year, Blueface attended Fayetteville State University in North Carolina and played for the institution's football team before dropping out in 2016. Blueface entered the rap scene in January 2017 with the Blueface Bleed 'em moniker, which establishes his ties to a street gang named the Schoolyard Crips. Heading back to Los Angeles after his brief stint at Fayetteville State University, he ventured into a friend's studio. Here, he was challenged to spit bars over a beat. Afterward, Blueface went all in and released a song titled Deadlock and posted it on SoundCloud. In June 2018, the now upcoming rapper released his first ever full-length project, Famous Crip, and in September of the same year, Blueface released his second EP, tagged Tukachi, which he posted on SoundCloud and Spotify. By October, he dropped the music video for Respect My Crippin', a song he released in May 2018 on World Hip Hop's YouTube channel. Shortly after the video made its way to Twitter, it became a widely circulated meme. The attention the video got translated into Blueface's music, gaining more and more traction. And in November, Blueface got signed to the West Coast division of Cash Money Records. A month later, the rapper went viral again after releasing an acoustic video featuring Einer Banks, previewing his latest song, Bleed It. He released the actual song in January 2019, alongside a video that garnered a mind-boggling 2 million views within 24 hours of it being posted on Lyrical Lemonade's YouTube channel. By January 26th, Blueface's Thotiana track debuted at 75 on the Billboard Hot 100. For context, this track was released as a single from the rapper's Famous Crip debut mixtape. Still, in the same month, Blueface dropped a remix of the song featuring YG on YouTube alongside a video directed by Cole Michael Bennett. In February 2019, the week after the YG remix, Blueface released another with Cardi B alongside another Bennett-directed video. The music video featuring Cardi B was a success and has grossed over 255 million views and counting on Lyrical Lemonade's YouTube channel. In May 2019, the rapper dropped another music video for his Stop Cappin' single, and it garnered a whopping 5 million views on YouTube within 4 days of its release. And by June, Blueface's contributions to the rap industry were recognized with a nomination to XXL's 2019 freshman class. However, the rapper refused to rest on his laurels and stayed on the grind. In August, Blueface released an 8-track EP named Dirtbag. This EP was star-studded, featuring revered artists like Offset, The Game, Lil Pump, Rich the Kid, and Mozzie. Additionally, the EP's release was relatively successful, peaking at number 48 on the Billboard 100. Despite making commercial highs, Dirtbag failed to resonate with the common folk, with Album of the Year listeners giving it a subpar 51% rating. But this didn't slow Blueface down. In October, he announced that he'd be releasing his first studio album tagged Find the Beat. After 2 delays stemming from trademark issues and other impediments, the album was finally released in March 2020. It seemed to be worth the wait as it hosted some of the industry's finest rappers, including DaBaby, Polo G, Gunna, Jeremiah, Lil Baby, and NLE Choppa. Upon the album's release, Lil Uzi Vert rained plaudits on it and even offered to collaborate with Blueface whenever he was ready. As we all know, rap is mostly tripartite. There's the beat, rhyme, and dexterity to infuse the first 2 parts together. However, the meme-worthy Blueface, alongside rappers like G Herbo and Lil Yachty, have popularized a new style that revolves around offbeat rap. To an ardent hip-hop fan, listening to off-key music can induce elevated levels of anxiety. But quite strangely, Blueface has managed to make the inner workings of this weird rapping structure stick. And guess what? The world's paying rapt attention. At this juncture, you might be asking yourself the question, why? When facing the microphone, Blueface throws all shades of cockiness out of the window. Agreed, his words might not follow the beat, leaving folks, myself included, perplexed initially. However, you'll get to warm up to him, slowly but surely, after getting wind of his authentic and personal delivery. And although his style deviates from the obtainable, it has scored him features with top rappers and earned him commercial success rated at millions of dollars. At this point, people don't really focus on the musical quality of Blueface's releases, rather. They inadvertently pay attention to its uniqueness. And while it works for now, the world might gravitate towards something better or a tad more unique. But till then, Blueface is still making the buck. That said, although many appreciate the rapper's contributions to the rap game, Blueface has a truckload of critics. As seen on Blueface's Thotiana remix video featuring Cardi B, you'll find numerous comments alluding to the rapper's offbeat prowess. Here are some comments that got me rolling. Respect to Blueface for practicing social distancing from the beat. Blueface has the ability ability to be offbeat even on a sick beat. Almost 4 years still chasing the beat. Blueface is such a brave rapper, always refuses to make good music. Blueface, the man who can hit everything but a beat. I don't know if Blueface read the comments on this video, but I'm sure that if he did, he'd openly take suggestions from his producer to rap on the beat. Blueface's offbeat songs and successes have seen him on the receiving end of allegations stating that he's an industry plant. So, what's or who's an industry plant? Simply put, this term refers to a scenario where an artist in relative obscurity is handpicked by a revered record label or an individual with deep pockets that goes all out to invest in their careers. And when the artist releases a chart-topping song, both parties will reap the benefit. Recently, Ice Spice earned the industry plant tag because of her mesmeric and sudden rise to the top of the saturated hip-hop industry.
This happened very fast for you. When did you, it seemed like over the last, 18 months is the blow up?
The American rapper, who grew up in the Bronx, New York City, took the stairs to fame when she participated in the Bus It Challenge on social media. In the video, she wore an outfit that accentuated her curves. Shortly after posting it, the clip generated millions of impressions. Riding on her newly found fame, Ice Spice ventured into the hip-hop scene and has released numerous hits. In 2023, Ice Spice has had more top 5 Billboard entries than any other artist, with songs like Karma featuring Taylor Swift peaking at number 2, and Princess Diana featuring Nicki Minaj debuting at number 4. Although some opine that she's on a purple patch, many others believe that her rise to stardom stems from her sexual appeal and not talent. Another individual labeled an industry plant is Bobbi Althoff. The reason for this tag emanates from her unprecedented rise to fame within a short time. For some background, Bobbi began her content creation career back in 2021, where she'd post videos revolving around the life of her mom, herself, and her kids. Her sense of humor earned her a decent following, but nothing mind-blowing. But all that changed in 2023. In April, she launched her personal podcast, tagged the Really Good Podcast. But just a few months after the podcast's establishment, she was able to score interview sessions with famous individuals like Mark Cuban, Lil Yachty, and Drake. On bed, if I might add. Although you can make an argument that she just got lucky, the array of superstars appearing on her podcast within months of its creation is a telltale of the speculations that something shady is going on behind the scenes. However, just like Blueface and Ice Spice, Bobbi Althoff is part of the rave at the moment, albeit from a content creation perspective. Well, it remains to be seen if they fizzle out of relevance in the coming years, or if their brands will wax stronger. Although Blueface was a rapper that made headlines for his songs between 2018 and 2020, he's made some bad decisions that have seen his career go downhill real quick. When he released Find the Beat back in 2020, Blueface couldn't find the beat literally. While his fans were used to his offbeat rapping scheme, the album received harsh criticism, receiving trash remarks from many. And despite fielding prominent rappers on the album, it got dismal ratings. For context, Hip Hop DX described it as a humorous yet pointless album. Ouch! In a desperate bid to retain relevance, Blueface created an OnlyFans parody show that cascaded into controversy and a relationship wrapped around by embarrassing events. Meeting Chrisean Rock. Bad Girls Club was a controversial reality show from Oxygen that spanned 17 seasons. In 2020, amidst backlash on the Find the Beat album, Blueface created the parodical variant of Oxygen's Bad Girls Club, Blue Girls Club. Well, I won't give Blueface and his PR team marks for naming authenticity. The OnlyFans exclusive series, which fielded premium subscription amounts between $30 to $50, centered around a group of women who were invited to reside at Blueface's residence for a month and fight for the rapper's affection. Unlike most reality shows, Blue Girls Club didn't have an ultimate prize for the winner. Rather, it promised invited ladies a chance to grow their social media profiles. And like the show it mimicked, Blue Girls Club was all shades of controversial. Within 72 hours of the show kicking off, chaos erupted as a contestant called Danielle Denson fractured her leg after she'd slipped while breaking up a fight. As the series rallied on, Chrisean Rock became a viewer favorite for her no-nonsense attitude and glowing admiration for Blueface. During the contest, Chrisean got into multiple squabbles. However, the most notable was when she got into an altercation with Blueface's baby mama, Jaden Alexis. However, the fight came at a cost for Chrisean. She lost her front tooth. Chrisean Rock went on to win the show and got contracted to create music under the Blueface LLC umbrella. But who was Chrisean Rock before Blueface came around? Chrisean Eugenia Malone, aka Chrisean Rock, is an actress and rapper. She was born on March 14, 2000 and grew up with 11 siblings. While her dad was in prison for the most part of her childhood, her mom was a drug addict. Chrisean mom's addiction caused her to be homeless from the age of 9 till she clocked 18. During that that turbulent timeline, she'd stay with family and friends for several days at a time. While being homeless, Chrisean enjoyed support from her coaches and friends back in school, and eventually joined the school's track team, training and even participating in the Junior Olympics. Her athletic prowess earned her the opportunity to attend the California-based Santa Monica College as a student athlete. Despite her mesmeric showings on track, Chrisean wanted more. As such, she gravitated toward content creation. And in 2018, she launched a YouTube channel tagged Chrisean Rock, and since then, she's amassed 290,000 subscribers. After graduating from St. Monica College in 2020, where she'd received an associate's degree in social science and kinesiology, Chrisean took part in Fox's Ultimate Tag. This reality show revolves around athletics and acrobatics. She ranked #1 in the competition and received a $10,000 cash prize by finishing an obstacle course in a mind-boggling 50 seconds. Upon winning the event, Chrisean told Fox 45, "As a young, black, beautiful woman, I am a survivor," Chrisean says. "Since I didn't have the childhood I should have had, then I can have the future that I deserve." After winning Ultimate Tag, Chrisean Rock participated in Blueface's Blue Girls Club reality show. Here, she got into a plethora of fights, and when she lost her front tooth in an altercation with Jaden Alexis, Blueface's ex and baby mama, she refused to fix her tooth for a while. Spoils of war, I guess. It's also pertinent to note that this incident was what endeared Blueface to her. After being signed to Blueface's record label, Chrisean released her first song, Lonely, on November 26, 2020. She followed this up with her most popular single till date, Vibe. For perspective, this song has over 6.4 million views on Spotify. In June 2022, Chrisean was cast in the Baddies reality show. She also starred in the second season of the Zeus series and made guest appearances during audition specials. By October, Zeus Network announced that Chrisean and Blueface would get their bumpy relationship captured by the camera in a new reality show tagged Crazy in Love. It's worth noting that Blueface lost sight of his music career immediately. Chrisean Rock came into his space. Almost a year after signing the Vibe rapper, news broke that Whack 100 had called the police to remove Chrisean Rock from Blueface's house. When officers arrived, Whack 100 categorically stated that Chrisean didn't reside in Blueface's house and that her contract with the rapper had ended 2 weeks prior. As seen on clips circulated on social media, also shows Chrisean being accompanied by an officer to retrieve her effects. When asked where her clothes are, Chrisean laments, "They cleaned it all out. They cleaned my stuff out, bro. Do you want me to show my clothes in the washer? They probably didn't clean the washer out. What you mean? I'm set up right now. It looks like I'm crazy, but I don't care." In another video, Chrisean is seen teary-eyed in the bathroom during an Instagram live session. And during this timeline, a heated argument breaks out between Whack 100 and Blueface. Whack 100 is heard yelling, "This ain't the right way, but you want me to go? You want me out on bail? No, I'm not relaxing. Don't look at me like that, bro. On my dead homies, she gonna get up out of here one way or another. I pay for her on my dead homies. You gonna get up out of here." But the activities revolving around Chrisean Rock and Blueface's topsy-turvy relationship don't end here. In June 2022, Blueface took to Instagram to reveal that he and Chrisean weren't an official couple, adding that he distanced himself from her because she was unreliable and broke an agreement. In the video, he says, "Me and Rock, we vibe. She's not reliable enough. I mean, we had an agreement and she didn't hold up her end of the agreement. Simple as that. That's all that is. It's not a breakup. We still vibing. We still connecting. We still, She's just not reliable enough for me. That's it. That's all it is. It's important to have a person that you can depend on." However, Chrisean Rock was having none of it and made this post on her IG story. "You putting on a front to hurt me more," Rock wrote. "I really don't know what's the point to act like you don't really love me. Whatever it is you're doing, it won't last long. I'ma just keep going and keep getting busy and pray that the dark cloud go away. The fact you saying all that stuff to look a certain way just shows PPL what an immature guy you are. You acting like you not scared to lose me is funny to me." In a subsequent post, she added that Blueface couldn't deal with the fact that she was the person everyone was attracted to. Back in July 2023, Chrisean made tweets pointing towards her moving on from Blueface. But on the same day she made this tweet, Zeus Network announced that the second season of the couple's Crazy in Love series would air that same month and would detail their pregnancy journey. Blueface's rapping career is slowly going off the radar. Although he's released several songs this year, only his single titled Hello has managed to gain traction, grossing over 67 million views on Spotify. It has gotten so bad that inserting his name in Google's search engine doesn't point to his songs, but his drama with yours truly, Chrisean Rock. Chrisean Rock and Blueface's relationship, albeit lovey-dovey at first, transcended to utter chaos and inadvertently tarnished Blueface's career. Seeking more interesting videos like this? Hit the card on your screen.